Oh, yeah.
Hello, very good evening, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir. Good evening, sir.
Today we are going to conduct the next session, MS Word. So we have completed all the operating system part in the other introduction to computer. And from today to up to the next 8 sessions, including today, will be the MS Word. Okay, so in your syllabus, they have mentioned MS 2007, but I will contact through MS 2013, but both are almost same. Only the features is updated, like father and son. Okay, so there is no very big differences. So the features are same, but I'll show you what are the different in both versions. Okay, so before that, actually the subject must be contacted through the practical sessions. Um, uh, but somehow we must know some theoretical part, because your final examination will be in the theoretical part. I mean, written exam only. There is no practical exam. Therefore, we have to go through following some theory section also. Okay, I will provide all the notes, all the session materials, and more part of this session will be practical wise. Okay, so apart from my notes, if you need anything, you can note it down. Okay, so let me share with the content first. Before that, I have gone through your exam marks. You have received a good ratings in last 2 exams, that is open book as well as closed books. Apart from these 2, you will have another 2 exam, but both exam will be MCQ. It's a live on live auto grading. Next exam, 2 exam will be auto grading exams. I will pose the questions and open the question in a particular time. You have to log in, the Google Classroom. You have to attend all the quizzes. Okay, immediately you will get the marks for the next 2. Okay, after 4 exam, I will select best 3 exam marks. Okay, let's say you have, let's say one student get in the first exam, he got 50, in the next one 85, another one 75, another one 90. So I will consider only the maximum 3 marks. Okay, lowest marks will be automatically removed from you. Okay, so uh,
Excuse me, sir.
sorry.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, tell
Can
me.
you hear me?
Yeah, I'm just joined now. Did you tell any important things?
No. I'm just sharing the examination methods. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
So the so please maybe after 3 classes, including one today, the next week, and the following week, the 4th week will be the from today. The 4th week will be the next exam. That will be a quiz. Okay. So just I will upload all the quizzes to Google Classroom, and from that you can do it easily. Just click, select the answer, maybe 20 or 25 or 30 quizzes. Once you complete all the quizzes, you have to submit. Once you submit, immediately you can get your marks. Okay, so that's how the next 2 exam will be. Okay, so now that, as I told you, I will give you some basic notes about MS Word, but the rest of the part, so while I'm explaining some practical demo, while I'm demonstrating some practical, you have to take your own notes. Okay, don't expect me to give all the notes. Okay, so now I'm sharing the window starting from the MS Word. Okay, so I'll show you via the no, the, how can you see? Okay, can you see the window now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so MS Word, and I'm going to conduct these subsection today. So what is word processing and characteristic and features of MS Word, then Microsoft Word. That's the main part of this session, and getting start with Microsoft Office. In this section, I'll show you the basic interfaces of MS Word, and finally some practical explanation, an important part of MS Word that you are dealing with your daily day-to-day life. Okay, so what is word processing? It's not about MS Word, but it's about word processing. Okay, all the text editor can be a word processor. Okay, so word processing is the creation of document using a word processor. To create any document, if you use any software to create a document, we can call it a word processor. Okay. In computer, word processor is a computer application used for the productions, including composition, editing, formatting, and possibly printing of any sort of printable material. Okay, if you develop anything using printable document, that is called, or any software used to develop a printable document, that software we can call it word processor or word processing application. Okay, so word processor is a type of standalone office machine which was popular in 1970s, which means they have introduced these word processor in 1970, combining the keyboard, text entry, and printing function. Okay, 2 main part. One is text entry using keyboard, another part taking printout. Okay, so combining these 2, they call it word processing. Okay, so this picture, this is the the word processing machine in the early days before computer or before MS Word introduced. Okay, what is word processing? Computer-based word processor is a computer software that can be used to word processing. At present, there are thousands of word processing packages available all over the world. We know that. So Microsoft developing their own application. Okay. Likewise, Open Office, Office 365, and different operating system developers develop their own word processing. For example, we are using MS Windows. So MS Windows, we have to use MS Office application. Likewise, if you go for Linux operating system, they have different operating system. I mean, different word processing application. Okay, so for different operating system, they are developing their own word processing application. Compared to the other Microsoft Word, OpenOffice.org, it's online. The OpenOffice is another kind of Office application it has all the word processing application, Excel sheet, PowerPoint, everything they have. Writer, KWord and AbiWord are some of the popular word processing packages. Okay, if you need, you can just go and search it. What is KWord or free download KWord? You may find the previous update. Nowadays, these are not famous. Very famous one for laptops and for PC, MS Office applications are very famous and familiar one. For if you go for the mobile version, then as I know, the Office 365 is the famous one. Okay. And other thing is AppleWorks, TextMaker, WordPerfect, and Microsoft Word are some popular commercial word processor. In this section, we consider only Microsoft Word. Okay. So these are the characteristic and features of word processing application. Batch mailing using form letter template and address database. That is what we call it mail merge in MS Word. Okay, creating only one letter. Let's say normally we know that people are getting the interview letter. For example, during the graduate appointment in Sri Lanka, they are getting, let's say, hundred thousands of graduates are existing every year. Are they passed out? Okay, let's say government going to fill up all the existing card to the graduates. Okay, what they say, they are sending letter to all the graduates via email or post mail. Okay, if you see the letter, inside the content is equal, but the addresses, two address is different. Only the two address is different, except the rest of the page are same for all the graduates. How they typing? For each graduate, are they typing separately? No, they are creating only one letter and they are changing only the two address. Okay, so for that purpose, they are using the features called mail merge. Okay, we have the separate section for mail merge, how to do the mail merge. I'll show you how to do that. Very easy. At a time, you can develop thousands of letters. Okay, only the two address will be different. The next one, index of keywords and their page number. Okay, so that means we can give different page number for a single document. In a single document, you can create Roman numbers as well as numeric numbers, English numbers. Okay, so these word application having these feature. So I'll show these one also how to do that. For that, we have to use page insert, page break or something. Show that. And table of content with section title and their page number. Table of content, normally if you do any let's say if you are doing any report work, or else in your final year you may have to submit a thesis or project report, whatever. So when you do something, if you see the book, there's a content page, isn't it? So in those days, before coming these application, what they're doing, they manually type everything. Page number 1, this is the content. Page number 2, this is the content. This is manual. It's not a good way. Even nowadays also people are following this way because they don't know how to use these table of content, how to use these table of content feature from MS Word. Okay, I'll show these one also. And table of figure, this is also same like as table of content. And cross-referencing with page number will show you. And bibliographical references. If you do any research work, definitely you have to. There should be a separate content called references. In that page, you have to use the bibliographical references method. This is also existing in MS Word. Okay, maintain page number and footnote information, autocorrect, autocomplete, style and formatting, text frame and linking. All these things we have to. These are very simple thing. Okay, but people doesn't know where it is existing, how to find this one. That's a problem. So in our class, in the next 7 to 8 classes or 6 to 8 classes, we will discuss these features. And let's move. What is Microsoft Word? Microsoft Word is a MS Word processing software. Basically, this is developed by the company Microsoft, It was first released in 1983 under the name of Multi-Tool Word for Xenix system. Okay, so the very first name is Multi-Tool Word. Nowadays they call it Microsoft MS Office. Those days they call it Multi-Tool Word. And they have developed this system for the Xenix system or something, the computing, different computing system. And the latest releases are Word 2009, MS Word 2019. Okay, if you search, you can find it, the real version. But to use the 2019, you need to purchase the what is call it they call it some serial number or something, license. Okay, we have to, without license we can call it, but some people are using the correct version. That is illegal version. Okay, better avoid using illegal versions. But if you can find it 2013 as a free version now, that is available. Okay, it's an old version but still is a good version. Okay, and they said for MS Windows and Mac operating system, operating system in Apple computers. So these MS Word available for both. These are these MS Word and Microsoft Windows and Mac operating system are very famous among the computer environment. So the Microsoft developing these applications for Mac operating system also. Okay, so Microsoft Word's native file format are denoted by either .doc or docx. The docx mean doc mean document actually. Docx mean document extensible. Okay. So if I ask you what is the extension of MS Word, you have to write .doc or .docx. You can use either one of these. Okay, Word has a built-in spell checker, that is grammar checker feature, Treasure, dictionary, and Office Assistant also available. So if you have any doubt, you can just type the doubt and enter it. Automatically, you will find the answer. Okay, through offline or online.
Sir, excuse me, sir.
Wait a minute, please.
Sir? Okay.
Okay, what's the matter?
Sir?
Yes, tell me.
Yeah, sir. Can you explain about the difference between doc and docs?
Doc is the previous version, like 2007. Before 2013 version, they used the extension of DOC. After 2013, used extension as DOCX.
So the documents reflect the 2013 MS Word. Am I
Yes,
correct or not?
before that, 2007, before that. So
Okay,
I'll
now
show you while serving your document, it will ask you which format are you going to. I'll show you.
okay, sir. Okay.
Okay. And the online word processor. These MS Office application, not only we can use not only via installable, that is offline package, but also we can use as a online word processor. Let's say you don't have the you cannot download, or you don't have the license or something, so you want to use, somehow you have to use online Word, then you can use on Word online mode, that is available for free of charge. Okay, you can use it, but the speed of the Word is depend on your internet connection. Okay, if your internet connection is much faster, it will work as a normal install Word document. Otherwise, it will get some delay while typing or doing some work. It will get delay. You can use it. Okay. Online word processors are special type of word processors that can be run in online. Okay, this means no need any installation. You need to visit the website and use it. To use Microsoft Word, you have to go for Microsoft to their website and find the online version. There are several online word processors such as Zoho is very famous. Okay, GeoOffice, Writely, Ajax Write, and ThinkFree. Even MS Office application is also available as an online version. You can search it. Okay, let me try. If you're lucky enough, you can find it now. Let's see. Sure. Sorry, if you have sorry, I have forget my password. You can create easily. Okay, it's like creating a Gmail account. Okay, so no problem at all. So once you do any work, editing work or any developing letters in the online, you can serve those work in your computer. Okay, that's one advantage. So control keys, this is very much important when you are working with any MS Office application, especially MS Word. Okay, while using MS Word or Microsoft Word, you better familiar with these keywords. I mean, keywords mean control keys or shortcut key. So I have listed out a few keyword here. Just look at here. But if you search in Google a shortcut key for MS Word, you can find hundreds of keys. Okay, but these are the keys that we are using frequently. There are 3 control keys such as control key, Alt key, and Shift key. With that, we have to use some other extra keys from the keyboard. When pressed in conjunction with another key, it will perform a special operation. Okay, so to select all the object in your document, object mean all the pictures, tables, and letters, you have to use Ctrl+A. Okay, likewise, to bold any letter or any sentence or any word, first you have to select the required sentence or the required word. Then instead of clicking the bold button from the menu bar, you can use Ctrl B. Okay, likewise, underline, copy, paste, everything can be done using these keywords or shortcut keys. Okay. Now we are going live using MS Word. So here they're saying in your syllabus, based on SLEAT syllabus, it is 2007, but I'm using 2013 because 2007 is a very old version, but 2013 still majority of the office environment people are using 2013. Okay, therefore I'm going to show you via 2013. 2007 is one of the most sophisticated word processing program available today. With Word, it is easier than ever to efficiently create a wide range of businesses and personal document, from the simplest letter to the most complex report. So everything is available. Okay, I'll show you even the pre-developed format, report format, document format, CV format also available. You can just download and edit it as you wish from the MS Office application. Okay, for that purpose you don't need internet connection. Okay, it is available offline also. I'll show you. This is just if I ask you what is the steps to start the MS Office application, then this is the answer. Start button or program. This is one way, and there are a lot of ways. Okay, so this is the sample screenshot of MS Office 2007. Okay, so please look at these picture very clearly. Within another 15 minutes, I'm going to ask you an oral quiz. It's not compulsory. If you answer me, you will get a bonus point. Otherwise, no problem. Okay, just look at it clearly. Where is the tab? Where is quick access toolbar? If you need, you can note it down, whatever is available here. To view your document in different views. So you can use this area. This is, you can find the bottom right side corner of your MS Word application. Okay, so these are the most used commands. That is, this is print view and full screen and reading view. It is not available yet in 2013. Sometimes you can enable it, but in default, these three buttons will be available. And next to the zoom button, so you can increase the zoom of your screen size. So in Word, you can view a document in different ways, such as print layout view, full screen reading view, and web outline view, etc., etc. A brief description of each view is given below. Okay, now let's move to the small quiz part. I'll call the student number. Name is there, no? Sulfat.
Yes, sir.
Okay, the quiz for you. If you answer, you will get a bonus point. If you don't answer, no problem. Your marks will not be reduced, but the chance will go to others. Okay, don't worry. The
Okay, sir.
question is, what is the shortcut key for select all the object in a document?
Control plus A.
Yes, Control plus A.
A.
Okay, then next then is Fahim.
Yes, sir.
Okay, for you,
Mm-hmm.
can you tell me one view from MS Word? One view. Just while ago we have discussed. There are different views, but I need just list out one view name.
Okay. Print layout, full
Yes.
screen reading.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, the next student, Sadat. Idea, Sadat? Sadat?
Hello. Yeah, sir. Tell me, sir.
Okay,
I'm here.
for you. Where can we find the MS Word help button? You can answer in your own language, okay? If you wish, you can tell me in Tamil or Sinhala, whatever, no problem. Just tell me the answer. Where can we find the help menu or help button in the MS window?
I don't know, sir.
Okay, anyone? It's open to others.
Can I answer this, sir?
Sir, may I?
Below the
Wait. Only one.
Can I answer it, sir?
Yes, send me the answer in the chat. I will find the first one only. Send the answer in the chat box. Okay, yes, Nadir answer is correct. Next to the control box. Okay. Yeah, there are different ways. They say it in the right corner, top right corner. Yes, all the answers are correct, but the first answer from Nadir Ahmed. And the next quiz for the who is next one? Let me check. Adir 0008. Right there.
Yes,
Adir.
sir.
Okay. Adir, questions for you is what are the quick access toolbar options? Or how many buttons in the quick access toolbar in the picture which I shown you?
8, sir.
Yes, tell me. Can you answer? If you don't answer, no problem. Just say I don't know. Let's see next.
8, sir.
8. Any answer?
3, sir.
3. Who is the answer? Fahim. Yes, 3. In the picture which I shown you, there are 3 quick access toolbar: serve, undo, redo. Okay. But you can English. I'm asking in my picture. Okay. No problem. Then next student, Navodaya.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Navodaya, the questions for you is What is the shortcut key for paste?
Control plus V.
Yeah, it's very easy, no? That is what we every day using. Okay, thank you very much, everyone. Now let's move to the practical part. I'll show you. Please write it down if you really need it. Okay, the basic things, but you may use it in your daily life while using MS Office or MS Word. Okay. So the first one, ribbon. Normally they call it menu bar. Okay, but in 2013 and after version, they used to call ribbon. Okay, menu bar is also okay. Before that, we'll see how to open the MS Office. Look at here. If you use the MS Word 2013, this is how it looked like. See, all the documents, the recently worked document are available here. Okay, and here you can find the blank document. If you want to create a letter from the beginning, you have to use the blank document. Okay, if you want to create a CV from the beginning, you have to use the blank document. That is, you know very well. But in case you want to use a already used template or already created, they call it pre-template. Okay, template. For example, CV. Now you can search it here. See, it is searching the CV template from the online. If you have internet connection only, you can find the templates. Okay. Otherwise, let's say here, it is already there. There are some template already downloaded here. Okay. From here also you can find it. Let's say you are searching some document that is not some different template that is not available here, or else the template that you don't like the template. So if you need a new one or you want to check whether is there any updated, then you can click here. Okay, I'll continue after the Azan. Okay. here there are let's say there are 5 templates. This is about these templates are belongs to CV. They have already created, and you don't like any of these templates. So if you need the latest one or a different one, just go here and type and enter. It will search for the updated file from the internet. Using internet from the MS Office database. See, there are different style of documents here. So if you want to use this style, just double click it. Downloading your template, it's downloading. And then we can use it. Okay, see, from this one you can edit and you can use it. So we'll check from the beginning. I'm going to use from the blank document. So I'm closing the template one. Okay, so this is the new document. I have just it's a blank document actually. Now see the screen. This is what we have discussed earlier. So here this is a quick access toolbar. Serve, undo, redo, and this is the equation or something. These are ribbon button: home, insert, design, page layout, and each ribbon button have different kind of group of options. Okay, so look at here. If you take home button, it has different section like clipboard, font, paragraph, style, and editing. If you go to insert, you may find different group of options like pages, table, illustration, applications, apps, media, links, and so on. Okay, so this is, we call it ribbon. Some people used to say menu bar. Okay, and here this is the control area. This is close button, this is restore and minimize, and here this is help button. Instead of clicking this button, you can use the shortcut key F1. Okay, just pressing F1 and the menu help option will be open. Look at here. So using this help button, see, I have received this help button by pressing that help button or pressing F1 key. So we can find this help on button. Here you have to, you can ask anything. Let's say CV and enter. So it will ask, see, there are video tutorials regarding resume or CV. Tools, what are the tools good for developing a resume or a CV? So these are the answer from MS Office or from Microsoft. See, there's a video. This is the video tutorial. You can learn using this one also. If you need advanced understanding or advanced method you want to learn, then you can use these tutorials. Okay. Likewise, whatever related to MS Word, you can search through the help option. Okay, I'm just closing it. Back here. And okay.
Ribbon button and children. Quick access. Quick undo, redo.
Okay, now the next part. The first part is ribbon. So now we are in the first section. So these are the ribbon. Click out one by one. So in the upcoming classes, I will show you the important, which are the ribbon important for our work, the basic work, for creating letters, mail merge, text boxes. So we'll see one by one. But now I'm going to show you how to add an extra ribbon. For example, if you want to add another ribbon here, how to do that? Or if you want to remove these Foxit PDF ribbon, how to do that? Okay, how the thing is how to customize ribbon bar or menu bar. Okay, for that purpose, you have to go for file menu and look at here the menu called options. Okay, you have to go for file, click file. If you click file, you have a different option here. So these things will help you to protect your document from the others. If you want to make any password for your document, you can use this. This is, we'll discuss it later. And this is about the summary details of your document. When it is created, it's created today, 6:09 p.m. When it is modified recently, okay, how many pages, how many words, how many hours I have spent in this document, or these data we call it metadata. Okay, so if somebody asks you when this document is created, you can just go here, click file, and you can find here using 2013. Okay, and this is, as I told you, this is to protect your document, giving password or something. Okay, this is we'll discuss a bit later. Now let's see how to add an extra ribbon or menu bar, or remove a menu bar or ribbon from the interface. Now go here, file, then click options. Then you will have a new dialog box. Okay, in the dialog box, you can see in the left side, there are different options: general, display, proving, serve, language, advanced, customize ribbon. One. Okay, look at here. These are the ribbons which are already added to the menu in our, look at here, this area. These are the things added here. Let's say you want to remove, as I told you, you want to remove this Foxit PDF from the ribbon area, then you have to untick here. It is already selected. You have to deselect here. And once you deselect, now click OK. See, Foxit PDF is disappeared. I'll show you again. Go to file and then click options, and you will receive a new dialog box. In the dialog box, you have to go to customize ribbon, and then here you can do whatever you need. Okay, so let's say you want to create your own ribbon. Let's say in your office, your work is only working with MS Office. So if you are really dealing with MS Office every day, definitely you will deal with a particular number of options every day. Let's say bold, underline. So you want to include some important options into one category, then you can do it. How? So first you have to click here, all tabs. Sorry, main tab. Here you have to select new tab. Okay, the new tab is created here. See, the default name is new tab within bracket custom. So if you want to rename it, just select the tab here and click rename, and you can give the name whatever you wish. Let's say Nafis, and click OK. It is rename it. Now, if you want to add some extra options, let's say this one. Let's see, okay, email. I want to add email inside the ribbon Nafis. Select the email here, add. Email edit, and let's say font. Let's say grow font. So I have added 3 different menu or options inside the ribbon Nafis. So once you created everything, now if you can rename this also. This is the main ribbon. Inside the ribbon, this is one separate group like this one. Look at here. This is the home ribbon. Inside there are different subcategories or different sections. So first section clipboard, the second one font, and the next one paragraph, and so on. Likewise, this is the main ribbon area. Now freeze inside that, this is subsection, like you can rename this also. Let's say you can give some picture, whatever. Give now some name. Section 1. Can create new subgroup. So one group, this is the second group, rename it, give some option, and this is section 2. And okay, under the section 2, you can add some more button, like let's say hyperlink and line and paragraph spacing. Okay, so once you complete all the things or all the option, if you added all the recat options or menus, then you have just click OK. The nav freeze is here, and there are two subcategories, section 1 and section 2, and each section have different options. It's up to you. You only have to select what you need to create or what you need to use. Okay. Have you understood, or do I need to repeat it again?
Yes, sir. I understood, sir.
Okay, then let's move the next one. Options, that is we have already discussed. Serve as. Before that, I'll show you some other thing. Okay, this is quick access toolbar. So now I'm going to customize this one also. Let's say I want to add some extra button here. Yes, it's possible. Just click this one, this down arrow button, and select whatever you wish. Let's say if you want to add email option here, click this one. It is added here. Click here. Click here. There are more common here. Or else go to file and option and look at here. Below customize ribbon, another option called quick access toolbar. So whatever you wish, you can add here. All you can add here. And click OK. See? All are appearing here. It's something like a shortcut key or you know Okay, I will continue after 10 minutes. Take a break and come back after 10 minutes. Okay, can we continue now?
Okay, sir.
Okay, so the next part. So we have discussed ribbon customization and the quick access toolbar. The next one, serve or save as. Let's see the difference between serve and serve as. Can anyone tell me what is the difference between serve and serve as? There are two options. If you go to the menu bar or file menu, you can see here. Here, look, and you can find two different options: serve and save as. They ask commonly what is the purpose of serve and save as, we can say to serve any file. That's a common purpose. But what is the main difference between these two? You can answer in the chat box. No need to switch on your mic. Kindly send your answer in the chat box. I'm receiving different answer. So majority of your students are saying serve as to use create a copy of already created document, or some are saying serve a file in a different file format. Both are correct. At the beginning, serve and servers working as same. Okay, both used to create a or serve a file in any file format. But if you already created a file and now you are opening the file and you want to create the file in a different file format, for example, in PDF format, then you can go for serve as. Okay, let's say I'm typing something and serve the file. Still I didn't serve my file. This is the very first time I'm going to serve my file. Then you can go file, serve, and or serve as. Both I can use it at the first time. Okay, I'm now using serve. I'm serving my file in the desktop with some name. So look at here, while serving the file, look at here, there are different format. What is Word document? So if you serve your file as a Word document, this file will support only for the 2030. Okay, so I'm working in a 2013 format or a version. So if I serve this file with Word document, file type is Word document, this file can be opened only using 2030. Okay, so therefore it is better to serve the file at the beginning to 97 to 2003 document. Okay, so better to serve in this file format. Next one, Word template, leave it. 97 to 2003 template, leave it. And another important, PDF. Okay, so you can serve either Word document or 97 to 2003 Word document or PDF. Okay, there are different file format, but these are the most usable file types. Okay, you can use any of these things. Now I am serving my file here in this format, and file name is, let's say, test or something. The file is served. Okay, let's say I'm typing do some editing work. I'm going to serve this file again. You can use serve or just serve. Okay, instead of serve, you can use Ctrl+S as a shortcut key. The same file will be replaced. Okay, but if I want to serve the file with different file name or in different format, then I have to use file serve as and select the location, wherever you can use any location, and now you can give different name. Let's say test 1, 2, 3, and file format is, let's say, PDF. Okay, and serve it. Now it will create a new file in PDF format. You can see that. I'll show you. It's being created. Let's see. Okay, the file is created now. So look at here. This is the PDF file. Okay, I hope you guys have understood the difference between serve and serve as. Okay, I'm going to show you some more thing in the serve area. File, serve as, select desktop. And this is okay. And what is tool here? What is the purpose? So these are the advanced method that we don't need to worry about it. Okay, we have to consider these two area only. If you want to give some extra data, metadata, so you can change it here. See? Who is the owner of this file? Now please. And tag, you can give some tag. We know what is tag. These are some tag, and you can give some name. These are some extra metadata that we don't need to worry about it. Okay, we say so if you want to serve this file, normally I'm serving my file in my computer only. This is my local PC. Okay, if you want to connect with some network connection, then you have to go for this one. You have to find the network location. So if you are working in a company and your manager saying create some file and send it to me. Then you can send him via email. Otherwise, you can find the network drive belongs to him. For that purpose, you can use these areas. Okay. And other thing, while serving, you can find here 3 different type of option: OneDrive, computer, at a place. Okay. So this is new to after 2013 and the after versions. Okay, so if you want to serve your file in a cloud storage, normally G Drive is a cloud storage, like forshare.com is another kind of cloud storage. Likewise, there are different kind of cloud storage available to serve our documents through internet. Okay, so if you choose cloud, OneCloud means you are serving your document in Microsoft Office storage place. For this purpose, you need a username and password, login password, as well as internet connection. Okay. Second option, computer, that is serving your file in your computer. That normally if you serve your file in your desktop, that is your computer. And at a place means if your computer connected to a network drive. If you are working in a company, definitely you will have some network places, the common place to store all the information, company common place. For that, you don't need an internet connection, but it's kind of a connection via the wired or a wireless connection. That is, they call it intranet. Okay, if you have any network drive like a CD drive, there are some different kind of drive. They call it network drive. You can choose it at a place. Okay, so from that you can choose whatever you wish to select. Okay, so this is the basic things about serve and save as in MS Word. Not only MS Word, but also all the application related to MS Office like PowerPoint, Excel, Access, whatever you are working with MS Office application. All these applications having these different options for serving any files. Okay. Next part is print. Okay, now I'm going to print this document. What's the option? Okay, let's see one by one. So print, normally we can print a document in 2 ways. What is shortcut key? That is Ctrl plus P. Ctrl P. You have to press Ctrl and P together. Or else you have to go for File and then click the button or menu print. Okay, so both are same way. If you select print, then you will have these options. Okay, let's see one by one. And the first option, how many documents in that document? If you want 2 copies, then 2. Second one, printer. If your computer connected to a printer and it is installed in your computer, then the printer name will be listed out here. You can easily find the printer. If not, you have to add the printer, which was already discussed in our before 2 weeks. During the control panel section, I show you how to add a device, especially printers. Okay, so you can select add a printer, then you can it's same as what we discussed before 2 weeks. Okay, look at those videos, you can understand. Okay, third part. So look at here, what are the pages you want to print? All the pages or particular page number? Okay, if it is all pages, then you have to select print all pages option. Or if you want to select print only the current, select this page only. Let's say you have 5 pages, you want to select only the current pages that you have selected, then click this one, second one. Or if you want to print custom print means particular. For example, let's say we have 10 pages from 1 to 10, and you want to print only page number 1, page number 3, page number 4, page number 6, and page number 9. Then you have to click custom print, and here you have to mention it, page number 1, and then page number 3, 4, 5 means 3 to 5, and page number 7, and page number 9. This is custom print. So automatically the system will identify which is page 1, which is page 2. Okay, so which means these pages will be printed. Okay, we want to print only odd pages. That means 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Likewise, then you have to select print only odd pages. Okay, so if you select this option, print only print odd pages, then the printer will give you output page number 1, page number 3, 5, 7, 9. Likewise, only odd pages. If it is 2, 4, 6, 8, then you have to select print even pages. Okay, there are some options here. We don't need to worry about it. This is the important part. Print all pages, current page, custom. These 3 are the important part while you are working with printing any document. Okay. Now, one side or both sides. So since I have only one page, it is showing only one page. That's already hidden. If you have 2 or more pages, it will show you here, both side or one side. Okay. And then collated, uncollated. Let's say you are going to take printout of this document, 5 copies, and you have 5 pages. If you select collated, it will print like first 1 copy printed, first copy will be printed, then second copy will be printed, then third copy will be printed. Likewise, uncollated mean first it will print all the page number 1, second page number 2 together, then page number 3 together. Likewise, it will print the page number wise. Okay. And this is about orientation, whether it is vertical or horizontal. Default, it will show a default orientation is portrait or vertical. Okay, so if you want to check it, you can change it. And you have the size, select the paper size here. That is normal thing. And margin also, you know what is margin. In later session, we'll discuss how to set the margin. Okay. How many pages in one page? Normally, these section we use these while printing the slides. Okay, the PowerPoint slides. I have these slides here. I'll show you. So look at here. This is the PowerPoint slide. I'm going to print this one. I need normally in this current setting, it will print out 1 slide per page. If you take printout in the A4 size, in 1 page, only 1 slide will become. If you want to make it 2, then go here. See, look at here, this one. See, in 1 A4 size, 2 pages will be printed. Okay, for that purpose, we are using this. Okay, so that's how it's using. More setup, if you want to do more setup, then click page setup and do some page setup here. Page size, whatever it is not that much enough. This is enough. These are the very much needed setting for the print section in MS Word. Okay. Okay, so before moving to the next section, if you have any doubts or any clarification, you can ask me. Okay, can we move to the oral quiz? I'll start asking quiz from Ihudizam. Are you there? If you can't switch on your mic, kindly send a message to the chat box. 0011, Ihudizam. Okay. So for you, the question is, what is the shortcut key for the printing option?
What,
Not
sir?
only Isham can answer.
Control plus P.
Sorry.
Control plus P.
Okay, okay, that's fine. And the next quiz I'm going to ask from Hassan.
Sir,
Okay, for you, the question is, to Hassan, what are the three
Sir?
options to serve any file?
save file.
Where
Repeat
can
the
you
question.
serve your file? There are different places available, no?
Yes, sir.
What are those places? 3 different ways you can serve
Uh,
your file.
Control plus S, save file, save as file.
No, 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 different.
Sir?
Any other answer? Anyone can answer me? You can serve your document in 3 different places. What are those places?
Can I answer it, sir?
Who's this? Let me see.
Sir,
Yes, Fahim, you can.
okay, at the place
Hmm.
and cold place.
Okay.
I forgot that, sir.
At a place, OneDrive. OneDrive means cloud storage, and the third one, your computer, local storage. Okay, or my computer, whatever. Okay, the next two is for Mishkat.
Yes, sir.
Wait. Can you see the screen now?
Oh, yes, sir.
Okay. Which area can use to select the custom pages? Let's say if you want to print out only page number 5 and 6 only. So where can you mention it in the screen? If you don't know the answer, others can answer it.
Can I answer, sir?
Wait. Yes, Niska, you can answer. Tell me.
Number 1, sir. Print all pages.
Which one?
First, print all pages.
This area. Yes. In this area, you have to select. Try to tell the answer step by step. Okay.
The fourth
Custom
one,
print.
custom print.
Then 5,6.
5,6.
Okay. Okay, now move to the next part. The quick access toolbar we have discussed, and the secure documentation from others. Let's see that. Can you see the screen? Can you see the screen?
No, sir.
Now?
Now, okay, sir.
Okay. So now let's see how to secure your Word file while sending to others. Go to File. And info in this area, look at here. Protect document. Okay. Again, I'm showing you. Click File. Then click the first option, Info. Here you can find Protect document. So if you click, you can find a lot of options here. So you can use any option. The second option, normally we use to create a password. So if you give any password, others cannot open your document without the password that you have given. Okay. The third option, so you can control some, they can open the file, but you can control it, which option they can use. For example, if you disable creating tables, they cannot use the table then. Okay, likewise, let's see using how to create the password. So it is saying encrypt with password. So if you click this one, it will ask to write the encrypt the content of this file. You can see it while typing. You must know what password you are giving. Okay, after giving your password, after the give password, if you open the document again, it will ask the password. If you can't give the password, it will not open, even from your computer. Okay, so very important, when you type the password, you must give the password that you are very familiar. Okay, so the person that you are, so then you have to provide this password to the person whom you are sending. So very careful while creating password for your document. Okay, so just type some password and click OK. So re-enter the password. It is asking to confirm. The same password you have to type. If you type the wrong password, it will not accept. See, the confirmation password is not identical. So you have to give the original password what you have given. Click OK. See, a password is required to open this document. It is already protected. Again, go here, info, and click. You can see it is already there. You can remove the password now. The password removed. Okay, you can do both. So you can give the password, and if you want to remove the password, same way, just remove the password only. Okay, so if I'm asking you to write the step to secure a document by giving password, what is the step? Can anyone answer me? I mean, you should send the answer in the chat box. Okay, if I'm asking you to write the step,
Can you repeat the question?
right, how to secure your document by giving password? This is a question. Send the answer in the chat box and send me a direct message. Don't send me a common message. Can you answer me? I didn't get any answer yet. A very simple step. Yes, I got the answer from 0018. Go to the select. You don't need to type everything. Just type important keys only, or important word only. File, arrow, select create password, arrow, click type password, arrow, retype the password, arrow, okay, that's enough. Okay, don't need to write like go to file, select protect document, select, don't need to write everything. Okay, since it's a computing subject, it's better to use minimize the sentence. Okay, use only the keywords. Okay, this is answer, correct answer. 0018 has sent the answer. Select. So I'm sending the answer. From his answer, I'm just summarizing. Look at here. This is how you have to type, give the answer. See, this is how. Yes, the answer also correct. Info, entry password, choose password, confirm password. Yes, that is also exam answer. That's also very fine. Hello. Hello. Walaikum salam. The class on like late ஆக்கொள்ளுங்க. Okay. Next, move to the next part. Secure. Insert a page break. The important one. Let me explain you the important thing. Okay. Now let's see. I'll minimize the page size. Then you can understand easily. And this is my page. I'm adding some more pages. Let's say page number 2, 3. Now I have 8 pages. All these pages, look at the layout. Layout is orientation, portrait. Okay, this is the orientation. Now let's say this. Look at here clearly. So this is the first page, and all the pages are now in the portrait mode. Now I want to change the portrait of second page into landscape mode. Only this page, second page only. Okay, if I change, simply look at here, all the pages change into landscape, but my target only the second page should be changed into landscape mode. So for that purpose, first you have to place your cursor before the second page. Okay, this is the step. Before the second page, you have to place your cursor somewhere else here and go to page layout ribbon here, and look at here an option called breaks. If you click, you can find many different the page break option. Okay, so what can I do? Select this one, next page. If you click this one, automatically your cursor will come here. Look at here, the cursor is here now. I'll show you again. The cursor is in first page. That's why this area is showing you. Let's increase the cursor size and you can easily understand. Okay, now. Okay, so the cursor in first page. I want to change the second page as a landscape. Now go here, page layout, and click page breaks option, and from that select next page. Now automatically the page come here. Okay, now click orientation and click landscape. See, the first page still in the portrait mode, but rest of the pages are converted as a landscape. Now again go to page break, still the cursor in the second page. Now again go to page break and click next page. The page automatically come into the third page. Now go back to orientation and click portrait. So look at here. Except page number 2, all other pages are in portrait mode. As we expected, the second page convert into landscape mode. Okay, this is one of the main advantage. Okay, got it? Or do I need to repeat again?
Can you repeat again, sir?
Okay, I'll do the same thing. Okay, look at here. This is all new pages. Okay, first you have to complete all your work first. Okay, then now you are in a situation to convert this second page into landscape mode. Now all pages are look like in the portrait mode. Okay, so now you have to change the orientation of this second page into landscape. Okay, so for that, so you are going to change second page now. Therefore, the cursor should be before the second page. Okay, already cursor in the first page. Now go here in the page layout and go to breaks. From that, select next page. Automatically, the cursor will be moved to second page. Now go to orientation and click landscape. Look at here, first page in the portrait mode, no problem. As we expected, second page become landscape mode, fine. Now look at the third, fourth, and the rest of the pages. All are converted to landscape. But our target, only the second page should be converted as a landscape mode. Therefore, again, from the second page, place the cursor in the second page and go to orientation break and select next page. Automatically your cursor will come to third page. Now again go to orientation and click portrait. Now look at here. Now look at here. The second page converted to landscape and the rest of the pages are portrait mode. Got it?
Yes, sir. Got it.
Okay, now be ready for the oral quiz. Okay, can anyone tell me one by one? I'll follow you. Okay, I want to convert the fourth page, this one, fourth page and the fifth page into landscape mode. Fourth page and fifth page only into landscape mode. What is the step now? Can anyone tell me? Who can tell me?
Can I tell, sir?
Okay, now you tell me. Fahim, you can tell me. What is the step?
Go to the break.
No, you have to tell me one by one. As I explained you previously, you have to tell me step by step. So where I need to place my cursor first. first. So likewise, you have to tell one by one. My target, page number 4 and page number 5 should be in landscape orientation. Okay, can anyone tell me?
Just to go to the break.
Okay, break. Okay,
Select next page.
next page.
Not selected.
What next? Is that all?
No. Go to the orientation and change to landscape.
Orientation. Okay, landscape. Then
Only 4 and 5, sir.
yes, only 4 and 5. Now look at here, page number 3, 4, 5, everything convert to landscape mode. I need 4 and 5 only. Okay,
Again.
I will do myself. Look at here, okay? So I say page number 4, this page, and page number 5, this one should be landscape. So as I told you earlier, if I want to convert this page as a landscape, the cursor should be in the previous page. Therefore, I will place the cursor in the 3rd page. Okay. Increase the cursor size so we can easily understand. So I place my cursor in the 3rd page. Now go to page layout and break next page. Automatically the cursor will be placed in 4th page. Okay, now I want to convert 4th and 5th as landscape orientation. Now go to orientation and click landscape mode. Look at here. 4th page, yes, 4th page convert to landscape. 5th page also convert to landscape, and 6th also convert to landscape. The rest of the pages converted to landscape, but I want only 4th and 5th. So now place page number 5. Okay, the cursor is here, and click page, next page, break option. It is automatically come to page number 6. Now go to orientation and click portrait. Now look at here. Page 1, 2, 3, portrait mode. Page 4 and 5, landscape. Again, rest of the pages are back to the portrait mode. This is what I'm expecting. Is that correct? Are you all clear?
Yeah, sir.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
sir. Yeah.
Okay, clear.
I'm going to ask you again an open question. You have to answer me. First, think first, okay? Where we need to place the cursor first, then what we need to next, and what are the pages need to be converted, and finally which where we need to place the cursor, and again what we need to do. You have to remind all the steps, okay?
Okay, sir. May I?
Wait, I'll ask you, then you can say.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, can you see the pages now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, sir. Yeah, sir.
I'll for your easiness, I'm just insert some page number. Okay, now page number last 2 pages. I want to convert last 2 pages into landscape mode. What is the step? Last 2 pages mean this page and this one.
The cursor should be in the
Wait,
6th page.
after the azan, please. Kindly think the exact steps. Okay, I will ask you after the Azan. Okay, can anyone tell me now? I just want to convert
Yeah.
last 2 pages into
Okay, sir. May I? Sir?
Yes, you can tell me.
Okay, sir. You should first we should put the arrow mark on 7th page.
Okay, this one.
First step. The second thing is we are going to page layout
Okay,
and we click the break.
okay,
Thereafter we will click on next page, the option
Oh.
of next page.
okay,
Thereafter we can go to orientation,
okay,
click the orientation
okay,
and change the option that's landscape.
okay,
The eighth page will be landscape.
okay.
Okay, if we if we convert the last page on portrait, we can change the orientation option, no?
Last page.
Yeah, sir.
but last 2 pages are converting again. Why?
Okay. Sorry, sir.
Look at here. This is okay now. Now fine.
Now fine, but if we okay, sir. That's your
Okay.
question, no? Okay, sir.
Now can anyone tell me how can I convert the last page only in again this page into the orientation into portrait? Can anyone
Yeah,
answer? Can anyone answer me?
Arrow mark number 8.
Which page? This one or this page or this page?
Mail agency.
This one. Okay.
Breaks.
Breaks.
Next page.
Next page.
Orientation.
Orientation.
Next one.
Portrait. Fine. Done. That's all. So you all understood. So this is a bit confused, but very easy to manage all the document in a single page. Okay, I mean in a single document. Okay, so better if you have your own laptops or a computer, try to check one by one. If you don't understand, go and search in YouTube how to use continuous in page break. This one they will explain you how to use this one. Okay, and other things. That's all for today. Do you have anything to ask? Any doubt or any questions? Please ask me.
Excuse me, sir, I have a doubt.
Yes, tell me.
How to create 8 pages in on a time?
How to?
Create 8 pages. You have take 8 pages. So how to create, sir?
And I have 8 pages. This one, go to insert and blank page. That's all. Okay.
In a single click, we can create
Blank pages. Yes,
pages,
multiple
no?
pages.
Yeah, this is 2013, no?
Even 2007 also available. I'm not sure which.
No, sir.
what is-
In 2007, I think the page come one by one here, but the pages are in a one page.
Are you using 2007?
No, I am using 2010. Something.
Okay. Anything else? If nothing, I can stop the class now.
No, sir. We don't have any doubts.
Okay. Thank you very much for joining with me. After 7:30 today, you can download the today's slides, okay, from the Google Classroom. I have already uploaded, and
Okay, sir.
I have and I have uploaded some more the reference materials also in the Google Classroom. You can search it. Okay, go and check it. Okay, thank you very much. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.